What is going on, guys? We've got another Reflex video for you today. This track is called SX Park. God, I feel bad because I don't know the name of the guy that made this because I've had it sitting on it in my computer for a while. I just saw it and thought I'd do a video because, oh boy, it looks like a very interesting track. It kind of seems like they tried to fit as much as they could in a compressed area. There's lots of crossover jumps and whatever. It looks so freaking cool. And I felt like I just had to make a video. I appreciate... I feel bad because I not want to care about how tracks look. It's just if somebody does something it's especially different to make it look better, I usually point it out. But he put like a little... The track is sunk into a little pit here to help hide the just border of nothingness that Reflex tends to have. What am I supposed to do here? Where am I going? Oh, that's a... Oh, geez, that's a turn. Oh. I'm smart, but hopefully we don't... Ooh, that's gonna leave a mark right there. Hopefully we can actually get ourselves back in the line to get on the track. We're gonna huck out a quick little backflip there. That was just absolutely filthy quick right there. And get over here. That is a step over. That is also a very, very steep landing. Oh my god, this is amazing. There's like a trip. There's like 3 step-ups in a row here, so you're supposed to land there. Then launch that over, and now there's 3 step downs. Oh, that's so cool. I love that. That's pretty freaking cool. I love that. This very, very unique track. I'm glad I downloaded this. It's like on a double backflip. Or not. This is the first lap's going to be the not-so-serious sighting lap to just throw out whatever, because I know every other lap I do in this game is extremely serious, and obviously I take this game like a hardcore professional, and everything about this has to be realistic or else it's garbage. Obviously, that's definitely how everything works. But now we're gonna be on a more serious note. That was, hopefully y'all can pick up that was some pretty heavy sarcasm right there, because I feel like there'll be some people that are gonna take that for word, and that's not at all the way I do things at all. But ooh, keep that in check right there. Launch out over that, huck a triple. Ooh, case life. We made it over that though, and I guess maybe you could somehow launch that up to here if that's possible. Oh, that's a unique section, like very steep uphill loops, very steep little step down right there. I guess this is a rhythm section. Yeah, I'll go ahead and take a risk and call that a rhythm section that I'm gonna hit like loops because I am scrub. Maybe that is a loop section. I don't know. It could go either way. Really, that could be hit as whoops or a rhythm section. Either way, whatever floats your boat, I guess. You could be Vicky Golden or you could be James Stewart. That's your choice right there. Bit of a whip glitch. Almost overjumped that. We actually did overjump that off the stop. That's not almost. That was, in fact, an overjump. And that's also going to be a bit of an overjump right there. Hopefully we can, like, just bust out another filthy backflip here. That is a huge finish line jump. We just, like, stoppied. We landed to a stoppie on that and somehow walked away from that. That's an overjump or a case, depending on how you want to look at it. That is a overjump. That is a case. And this will be a double. And this will be a single. Boom, actually, I called something correctly there. Alright, so this is a tough track to get a figured out. That's like a cool little dragon's back thing, I guess. That's what those are called, right? And to like bump 360 that almost, with a bit of a metal clanging sound I landed there for some reason. Not sure what that was. This is probably a rhythm set. Maybe this is whoops, actually. I honestly don't know if this is a rhythm section or whoops, but we're gonna just slow down and try and get a rhythm going here, maybe. That's got to be a rhythm section, right? That's got to be a rhythm section, I hope. Or else I'm just going to look like an idiot. That's okay either way, though. Bit of a triple right there. Oh, we overjumped that. That was a brutal overjump, but that's okay, because that jumps nice and easy. And then there's a nice little... This might be a track for 250s, now that I think about it, because I can, like, overjump a lot of stuff on a 450 here. Alright, nice, easy. Around that corner, and then this is where I got confused last time because it bends to the right, and we just jumped into the loop section, which is usually a pretty dangerous situation to get yourself into. You can huck out a backflip over the finish line, and then that's a lap. Alright. 4-minute and 2-second lap. That's probably pretty slow, but we'll see if we can improve upon that in this next lap here, which I kind of doubt I'm going to be able to do. Nice little... This is a... That's a... Oh, launch it, launch it, launch it! Oh boy, we made it. And that is a very, very brutal braking bump. If you do not slow down for that, you will be wrecked. The capital R-E-K-T. 360 to case life, and I think this is a step over, right? Yep, there we go. So many friggin' Like, this is going to take a lot of time to get. This is going to be one of those tracks you have to sit down and just grind out a lot of laps and memorize it. Because you can, like, double it to here, apparently. You can double to there, and then land, then jump up to the top, where you can land there and double up to the top. That's nice to see line choice being a thing in this game. And this is just like, I don't know how you're supposed to, there's a fast way to do that, because those landings are so friggin' steep. It's ridiculous. We'll take the low side this time. It's right at low and hopefully a little bit faster, or low and more casier. Alright, we're just going to slow up and double this for a minute. And let's throw out a little whippersnapper and bring it back, and around that corner. There we go. Fling it over. Ooh, not quite. Come on, go! There we go, nice and good. Another little step on, step off, step on, step off. I like how one side of that step off's a lot steeper, so if you're not going fast enough, you can still hit the step offs and not just be completely screwed for the entire thing. That's just a very, very nice touch, a little bit of detail right there for him to put in the track for people like me who will screw up step on, step off, so we don't get stuck, and you can like downside a loop there and not lose all of your speed. That's another cool little thing that you can do right there. Let's not blow that berm. Alright, is this the rhythm section or loops? Let's try rhythming through it. I mean, you really could hit this either way. I don't know what this is supposed to be. I can't tell. That could be whatever your imagination decides it needs to be there. And step on. There we go. Step off to flat. Let's huck out a back flipper. There we go. On the brakes, so I was going to try and grab that. Okay, that thing is cemented in place. That is not going anywhere. So if you, imagine we just took the inside there, which I think you want to take the inside because that'll just over-jump the crap out of that with that little bit of speed I built up. And do we almost case that? Let's grab that inside. No, I lied. We're going to go to the outside. You should know by now, if I dive in for an inside route, we're blowing that right on out to the outside. There's no way we're sticking into the inside there. And can we get the quad? No, we can't. Let's grab that. That's a tough inside to grab, because it's like that little invisible barrier around those little blocks that they'll grab you. If we can launch the triple, not quite. This is such a challenging track. This is very well made, but oh my god, this is a hard track to learn here. Get a quad in. Alright, I should go like quad, and if you get stuck, we'll have to slow up and triple or double. Alright, let's just double this. Double that, and we'll double out. I'm okay with that, no shame. Take the inside there. I don't know if that's supposed to be an inside line or if that's a cheater line. I feel like that might have just been a cheater line I took right there. See if we can grab another cheater line here. If you can, like, grab the inside of that. There's another cheater line for you, found by me. I probably was not the first one to find that, but unless how many cheater lines I can find in this track now. So we gotta slow up for that, so we don't end up launching into the loops, because I feel like most of the time I was launching into the loops and crash. Scrub that a bit, and we're going to land right there. There's another possible cheater line for you if you want to try and maybe shave a half a second off your landing. I don't know. Maybe that's faster, maybe it's not. It's probably not, but maybe it's worth a go. I don't know. Throw a double backflip out over this triple. Ooh, we didn't get the rotation going fast enough to make it work. That's unfortunate. Oh, wait a minute. I see. Oh, hold on, I see how that works. That's really cool. So you're supposed to, instead of hitting that little bump there, you're supposed to ride off of this berm, jump over that little wall, and then land on that. That is so cool. All right, well, next lap, I'll probably do at least one more lap, at least to that point, to try and hit that the right way, because I just realized how that's supposed to work, and that's a very cool section of the track. I've never seen anything like that before, and if it works, that's pretty freaking awesome. So again, let's try and, oh, no, we overshot that. You gotta slow up. You gotta check your speed if you're gonna just double that one, if you'll. You gotta check your speed a lot for that, and then hopefully you can like downside this maybe, downside that if not, and then just launch that out to here. And we're gonna take the low lane here. We should just double the low lane. I gotta stop going for triples here. Here I could probably get a step on. There we go. I'll count that as a step on, step off. Rail that berm, sort of rail it at least, and now I can't really decide what I want to do here. We can try and step on from there. There we go. Probably want to hit the steeper side of the step-ons here. No, we're good. We'll just keep going this way. We're good. And step off. Those actually ride really well. I'm pleased with those. Go for triple. Ooh, we barely made that happen, but I'll count that as happening. To check up right there. You can launch that, hopefully grab the downside of that. Whoa. that whoop, and brakes. Grab that inside. Alright, let's try and get another rhythm going through here. Double, 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 triple, triple. No, these are whoops. Those become whoops. So I guess those are, you rhythm it until you get speed built up, and then they become whoops, I guess, is the way I'm hitting those. Step onto there, and step off, and triple, I believe. I'm just going to float on over here. Nice and easy. Over jump that just a tad. Oh yeah, we gotta check up. This is gonna require a lot of memorization to get fast on this track, because I just keep over jumping a lot of things, and then that sets me up for failure in the next bit of the track. Very, very difficult track. It's definitely going to be rewarding those who have put the time into the track to memorize everything are going to be a lot faster than people like me who are not really able to just be able to memorize tracks left and right. Scrub that. There we go. Put this around. And... ooh. There we go. Nice. We actually landed on the dragon's back that time. That's a very... I guess those dragon's backs are going to check up your speed so you don't just completely fly off into the sunset on the next jump. And we can like tire tap backflip that. That's pretty aight. And let's hook around this way. Triple. And we're going to trip. No, we should have gone for a quad. Shouldn't have tripled. We're going to double. Then we're going to double. Then we're going to go for another double. And then we're going to go for a triple. And now we're going to single off into the corner. And we're, again, I'm pretty sure that low line there is not supposed to be a line. I'm pretty sure it's a cheater line, but I am okay with taking it. And there's another cheater line for you right there. If you can like jump to the inside of those little dog leg jumps, I feel like that'd be a pretty good cheater line. Step on, step off. I don't think I hit that line yet. Come around here, and then we got to check our speed for this section. I checked up a little bit too much there. This is an extremely technical track. It's going to be extremely difficult to be able to do well on consistently. Could have tried to double backflip that if I had a little bit more speed, but I was correct in assuming I would not have pulled out the double in that case. Oh, that invisible wall around those Pro Action Tough Block cylinder things. Those invisible walls are really annoying. I hate those so much. Freaking invisible walls! We guys either check their speed or do something. Oh! Just botched that section again. Dang it. But that's probably end up doing it for this video. I think you guys get the point of this track by now. This video is getting... I'm going to try and keep these things like under 15 minutes for the most part. I don't know how many people actually watch these to the end here. So I think if I do a 25-minute long video, I feel like most people aren't going to actually watch the whole thing. So it's not worth doing. Oh, here, I'm going to get this section right once. So we can launch that, step on, step off, and just step off again. There we go. That's going to do it for this video then, so I think you guys got the point of this track by now. We can like hit that little halfway line right there to grab some speed back up. And then we can step on, and can I backflip down from here? No, I can't. Alright. That's going to do it for now. Oh, thank you guys have gotten the point for this. Hopefully I was somewhat entertaining in this video. If I was, let me know. If I wasn't, tell me what to do better. And I will leave you guys if I can just roll out no-handed here. I will leave the video at that. See you guys later.